Over the weekend, I was very blessed to have the opportunity to attend a meetup, the Road to Roota on tour, on the road, an event in Arizona. It was, man, there's a lot of people there. It packed the freaking bar. I mean, Bix Weir is just a freaking crypto legend. I mean, he really is. And it's not just that, it's silver too, but he has a lot of people who just love him and adore him because he's putting out a message of truth. He's talking about those things that bring those evil forces down. And he's showing that we can do it together. And he's inspiring people to do that. I mean, I don't know that there's any greater thing that you can do other than inspire someone to be better, to be greater, to change their lives. I mean, because then they change other people's lives. So just to watch it, just to be a part of it, just to experience that moment in history, when I look back, I'm going to say, man, no regrets. So glad I did it. All of it. So glad I participated. So glad I was in the game. It's just get to a meetup. Get to a meetup. They've tried to separate us for a long time now and keep us away from each other because we together are so powerful. And you realize that when you are in the same room and look into the eyes of like-minded people and your souls resonate, you just know. And you know there's nothing they can do to stop us. Together, united. That's what they don't want. They don't want you to be able to see the expression of your face. They want to cover it up. They want to hide it. They want you to participate in some mass ritual. And when you don't do it, you realize how empowered you are, how connected to the universe that you are, how connected as human beings we are. Very important stuff. Very simple stuff, but very important stuff that they're trying to take away from us. And some people are going down that path. Some people can't be saved. It's a sad reality. But those people who can be awakened and activated, those people who show up to these meetups, those people who take that risk and that chance, you know, when their wives, their husbands, their family, their friends say, "You're nuts. You're crazy. What are you doing?" When you get there, when you meet other like-minded people, you know it's worth it. You know that you've made the right decision. You know because deep inside of you, you feel drawn. I don't know how many times I've heard that from people, that they've just felt like they had to go, they needed to go. It happened to me. And there are bigger forces at work. It would be a shame to live a life of regret, to not participate, to leave this life knowing that you should have done something, that you could have done something, that you wanted to do something, and you didn't. And it's sad to me that there are people who will lead those lives of quiet desperation, as Henry David Thoreau said, and they won't activate, even though they know they should. So, I'm always encouraged, and it helps my heart so much to see people who do activate. When I see it and I look in their eyes and I know. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. I didn't want to fly to Arizona. I don't want to fly anymore at all. And I did because I have so much respect for the people who are there. I have so much respect for Bix Weir and his wife Amy that I had to be there. Had to. And so worth it. So worth it. And I knew it would be. So I put my own personal issues aside and I went, and so glad I went. As a human being, so fulfilling. So I don't want to get all emotional, you know, this whole time. I just want to thank Bix and Amy. Those are great people. So you should really follow Bix on the road to Roota. Lisa Davis, her wife Charlie. Well, that's a good one. Horrible. I should have started out with Charlie and his wife, Lisa. Sorry about that, Charlie. But those are two wonderful people. I can't say enough about the generosity and just the humanity. So I'm so glad I went. Big thank you to Josh and Paige, Jenny Moonstone. Go follow her. If you like her on camera, and if you I've always, Jenny Moonstone, she's awesome, followed her for a long time, but meeting her in person, just that energy level, just a great person, just great to be around. So what you see it's better in person, and she's wonderful and on screen, but in person she's just magnetic, just effervescent. So just great. And Chris Marcus, he's a cool dude. I mean, I didn't know what to think at first, but he's a real cool dude. Check him out. Just wonderful people though. And Mitch, of course, my buddy Mitch, I don't want to leave him out. He's from the Crypto Campfire. Go check out his podcast with the professor, the Crypto Campfire podcast. Cool dude. I mean, just like a brother. I don't know what else to say about him. So it's great times to be spent with him. He's coming down again soon. We're going to build some things, preparing for Westwood 2021. Got all the materials for a pavilion. Yeah, so get your materials for stuff now while you can. I have that feeling that we need to get it. We'll probably have a crash here at some point, and everything will go to zero. But get the materials that you need, because you might not be able to buy them. I mean, you got this pipeline that's shutting down now, or was hacked, by Russian terrorists, Russia again, that's going to cause gas shortages. It just seems like there's always an excuse right now for everything that's going to hell. And I think you're going to continue to get excuses, because we're in free fall. We're in economic collapse. We've been in economic collapse, and they're just using excuses now. It used to be, let's go to war, and then they could, print money and fund everything and, stimulate the economy that way. So now they're using other things to do that. And it seems like, there's something new every week that they can use to, jack the prices, instead of saying, well, it's because we printed trillions of dollars and flooded the market with them. They're not going to say that. It's going to be blamed on other things, and that's just how they do it. So get yourself out of that system. Manifest a new reality. Get yourself into some sound assets. Now, you choose what those sound assets are. I tend to like Litecoin. I tend to like physical silver. Those things are solid. One is definitely industrial use case. I mean, it's sound money. It's been that way for, thousands of years. And the other, it's sound money for the digital age. For almost 10 years now, Litecoin's been running with no interruption in their network. Nothing. It's always up. You can always send it. I paid with Litecoin several times for things this past weekend. It just works. And it's fast and it's cheap to send. And it's a store of value too. I mean, you see what the price action is with the dollar bills going into it. Of course, it's going to sponge up all these trillions. And it's just, find something that brings you happiness in this world. And, if it's building a pavilion so that you can have friends together and enjoy time together, then do it. If it's paying off your debts, do it. Whatever brings you freedom in this world. If you have that tool to do it, do it. Do it. Become free. Only here for so long. Let's make it right. Let's make it last. Let's have those moments, those experiences that inspire others, bring people together, and create an environment of freedom. Don't know what else to say other than thank you for listening to me ramble. There are good people out there. Lots of good people out there. You just need to seek them out and find them. Be discriminatory with your time. Make sure that you use your time wisely here. Like I said, I didn't want to get on a plane and fly to Arizona, but that was time very well spent. Good for the soul, good for the heart. Can't take that away. Can't take away the impact that had on me that will influence other people and help other people, help me to help other people. And the people who were inspired at that event, who came to that event, Their lives have changed. All our lives have changed because we were there. So seek those events out. Find those meetups. Get together. You know, just crypto's just a tool to kind of activate us and get us all together. I always say it's that lighthouse that brings those boats home. Got all these wandering little boats out there in the ocean, then that lighthouse turns on. That crypto, that Litecoin, it's pulling us in. It's showing us a way to come together. And that's what it is. And so when we come together, we're unstoppable. Nothing can stop human beings. Nothing can stop what's coming. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. Love you. Have a wonderful day.